This is Sybert signing into Red Alert 3 on the map Infinity Isle, classic. Of course, on the left side of the map as the Yellow Empire, this is Dimon. Not playing Soviets. On the right side as the Purple Allies, this is Happy. Happy playing Purple versus Dimon playing Yellow. Now, the only weird thing about this is, of course, Dimon is playing Empire, which is great to see, because Dimon can play Empire very well, and Happy is a great allied player, but normally we get to watch these guys play a little AVS, and it can be lots of fun. Now, Dog going to be heading over here to be very annoying at this water expansion, but also just to get the scout off on your opponent, and actually, no. Wow. Very gentlemanly of Happy to not block that fast third refinery because, of course, the Mecha Bay was delayed. He only went one barracks. All of these things to get out the faster refinery, and it was that close to being blocked, to being delayed by Happy, but he totally whiffed it. So whether or not this was just a friendly match and these guys weren't feeling as competitive, you know, Happy wasn't feeling like, I need to block this guy's refinery, or it was a literal mistake, which I assume it was. I assume he just queued it up and then didn't realize that he had that opportunity before him. Wow, up to Tier 2 already, so fast Tier 2. We're coming right out of the gate. Of course, this is being spotted by the Dragonfly. Dimon knows about this. His burst drone hovering directly above. He sees the Tier 2. He's going to be seeing whatever pops on out of there. But, of course, we've seen this lots of times from allied players in the past. They get that fast Tier 2, and then that is the center of their game. They play around this cryocopter. They play around that cryocopter being the focal point of the efficiency of their army. So basically, the entirety of this match will be, does the cryocopter allow Happy to be as efficient as he needs to be, or is Dimon able to beat it back? Naval Yard should be coming up, I imagine, from Dimon, because getting the Mecha Bay up and running with an MCV in this position is going to be very difficult directly out of the gate with the MCV push. Now, there are 3 Defender VXs on the land here, so this is going to be a difficult position to assault. 3 barracks also here on the ground, but of course, this is Empire, so they have no infantry anti-air to deal with this cryocopter. It is all going to have to be those Defender VX cores. Multi-gunner turret does go down right there on the front lines, and the Defender core is going to be putting out a bit of damage to try and deal with that. Cryocopter down to about half health, and it looks like this refinery will be saved, albeit barely, as this Javelin Trooper tries to laser lock it to death, but it won't quite be able to do it. Peacekeeper jumps inside the multi-gunner turret to deal with the Imperial Warriors, but unfortunately for him, for Happy, it's not quite enough. Defender turret does go down as the multi-gunner turret reigns supreme in that engagement. Still no Naval Yard, so it's just infantry, it's just Defender cores for Dimon. This is definitely a bit of a bizarre game from these two guys, not only playing Empire, but just how this kind of a base push is working out. Imperial Warriors trying to run around the side, trying to sneak past the multi-gunner turrets of Happy and open up some kind of other opportunity. Wall's doing a great job of prolonging the life of this ore refinery. Of course, we did see the Javelin Trooper get eliminated. I'm not sure exactly by what. I assume an Imperial Warrior managed to grab him. And this power plant in the north gets eliminated. All of the Imperial Warriors barely keeping this power plant, this multi-gunner turrets online with another power plant is Happy. All of the Imperial Warriors swinging around to the north side, going to be able to potentially start targeting down the con yard even, potentially forcing it offline. And actually, the base defenses fall, so the base defenses are completely offline without the MCV here, and the MCV trying to get a little bit of space from those Imperial Warriors, but buying a bit of time. Now, the oil derrick did go down, so it's 2 refinery versus 2 refinery and an oil derrick. Happy in a slightly better economic situation, but he's not producing units. He's just producing base defenses and buildings. Of course, with his MCV all the way over here, his one cryocopter was not enough to last him. Once again, the power is down. Rushing forward now is Dimon, and I mean, Another power plant does go down right there. He's able to target down one multi-gunner turret, and a second one falls. A third one may be overwhelmed as a fourth gets dropped, and it looks like two multi-gunner turrets are here. The MCV going for the crush, but the Imperial Warriors barely able to stay out of range. The refinery does fall into dire straits. Goes Dimon into a very difficult situation from a very difficult situation. And one advantage of killing all the multi-gunner turrets is that they're dead, but the other disadvantage is that you need less power to run your one multi-gunner turret, and it will eventually fall. It won't be able to stand up to this many Imperial Warriors, and as it turns out, you don't actually need anything other than Imperial Warriors and base defenses. Somehow Dimon has chased off an allied base push with Imperial Warriors. And of course, he can escape out onto the water, or Happy rather, can escape out onto the water. Oh, that cryocopter didn't actually go down. It's hanging out over here on the left side of the map. It snuck away. Of course, it didn't have a lot of good opportunities with the sheer number of Defender VXs that were hanging around the base. It didn't have a lot of good angles to try and get things done. Vindicators should be coming in. Yeah, they're going for a bombing run. One of them, two of them going to be trying to take out a Defender core. The other one going to be going for the Defender and the Naval Yard. I don't know if he'll actually get it. There's the sell-off of the Naval Yard, so he doesn't get the kill of the Naval Yard. $500 cashback credit for Dimon in this situation. And no Defender here to stop this ore collector from going down. But the Mecha Bay is now here. The MCV was sold off, and actually he could just run this out onto the water. And, well, maybe not with the Naval Yard there, because a Dolphin or a Riptide might pop on out. But this, oh no, this Engineer. Yeah, I hate when that happens as well. You can activate the speed boost, but there's a price to pay. No cash, no income at all for Dimon. So what he's got right now is pretty much the stuff he's going to have to make work. Of course, if he keeps enough cash in reserve, he can rebuild a Harvester, but he's going to be forcing the MCV to pack up or to leave. He doesn't pack it up. Oh my gosh, he's got an allied MCV. Dimon actually executes successfully the MCV cap. He's going to pack it up and he's going to walk away. He's going to draw the Assault Destroyer and the Riptide onto land, I guess. And I don't know what his plan is. I assumed he was just going to sell it off because cash is better and you've stopped your opponent, so... Oh my gosh, I don't know what his plan is. Still two refineries, so of course you can rebuild the MCV. You can do it out on the water. Black hole armor is going to mean that these Imperial Warriors will take forever to kill that Assault Destroyer. And he's got like 4 or 5 Tengus here, but I guess his plan is to maybe drop some multi-gunner turrets or something. He could sell off his Defender cores and just use multi-gunner turrets instead. I don't know what his deal is here. He's going to back his MCV up. He's going to get those free repairs. I mean, at the very least, that should give you more cash back when you sell it, so you don't have to spend money on that. Yeah, Dimon is... He's going to run across the map with all of his Imperial Warriors. He can't really engage this many Riptides with an Assault Destroyer in the Black Hole Armor mode with Imperial Warriors, so that makes sense. He might just have to initiate a base trade? Oh man, if he had like one power core that he could send off, you know, down into the corner of the map or something, then he maybe actually could initiate a base trade and just go for it. All 3 Apollos go down, which means it's just the Vindicator. Of course, the command hub is here as well. The oil derrick doesn't count, so it's just like these 3 or 4 buildings. I guess he's got buildings out on the water as well. But it's just a handful of buildings here for Happy. And once these are all gone, then the... Oh, he used a Tengu to kill the wall. He killed his own Tengu, and the dead body, the dropping body, fell onto the wall and destroyed it. He's doing the same thing over there because you can't kill the walls with the Imperial Warriors. What a great move there by Dimon. You see that kind of stuff every now and again. Players will use the fact that the bodies will do some damage. This one Peacekeeper needs to be dealt with. Don't let that Peacekeeper kill your entire Imperial Warrior army. This one Assault Destroyer, it's barely alive. It's getting body blocked by the MCV, and the Tengus are able to do some big damage to it. Hydrofoil shows up. Cryocopter here as well, and the Cryocopter going to be able to start freezing down these Tengus, but of course the MCV Well, no, the hydrofoil is going to try and deal with the Tengus, but the Tengus should be able to chase down the cryocopter. They should be able to get the kill. There, the cryocopter is down, gone for the rest of the game, and now this MCV is packed in. It's locked in. It gets destroyed. Well, it gets sold off, and the engineer gets killed. So there's no easy way, except for these Tengus. He gets cash back, so he can build more Tengus. The Tengus are the only way for him to end the game. He literally can't end the game other than the Tengus. So that is it. It's a power plant and a war factory versus a power plant and a naval yard. The power plant is gone. The defender core is gone. It's just down to the mecha bay. It's just down to the war factory. It looks like the ore collector got eliminated. This one peacekeeper is still here, and it's going to be targeted down. This is the scariest thing you ever saw in your life as they all switch back over to their guns, and they're like, no, we're not going to let you survive. He needs to kill this oil derrick. He needs to not let that survive. Maybe even selling off the walls because it gets you a couple of dollars back. I mean, I don't know how close he is to building another Tengu or something, but oh my gosh. This is such a bizarre game. So that's it. The cache is done, and based on the fact that nothing is being built. Oh my gosh, that's so many Riptides. Well, this could go either way. The Riptides have a distinct advantage. Out on water, they have the torpedoes, but here on land, I mean, you still have the black hole armor potentially to be utilized. I'm surprised Happy didn't get healed up to full health. He's going to try and draw out the army, and the Tengus were looking for an opening. They were looking for an opportunity, but they don't find it, not just yet. One Riptide gets caught. The Tengus are here to strike the killing blow. Wow, 4 fully heroic Imperial Warriors, 6 Tengus, 5 fully heroic Imperial Warriors. A couple of Imperial Warriors getting targeted down by the Riptides. Riptides are going to be jumping now into the protective grace of that Assault Destroyer, as that is the only thing keeping these Riptides alive. And now the Black Hole Armor is no longer activated. The Assault Destroyer nearly dead as these Imperial Warriors are trying desperately to deal with the Riptides. One Tengu does fly away, a second flying away to get those repairs. They're completely safe in the skies, but the Imperial Warriors have been cleaned up. 3 more Tengus that could try and target down those Riptides, but there's nothing left here. Those Imperial Warriors did not stand a chance. I thought they were going to be able to get 1 or 2 of the Riptides, but they were unable to strike any of them down. As a result, it's just up to the Tengus. They need to get as many guaranteed kills before the Riptides make it out onto the water. 1! Oh, you should have committed. You should have committed onto that 1. A hydrofoil brought along here is going to make this even more difficult to deal with, because any engagements that happen near the water, if there's a transform to save a Tengu, then the hydrofoil can get the kill on the Tengu as it's trying to fly away. Oh man, 6 full health Tengus. Don't fly. He's going to fly over. He's going to take a little bit of damage from the hydrofoil. Everything else getting healed up very nicely. All right, Riptides fully healed. Assault Destroyer almost fully healed. Tengus flying around. This is all just pure, like, tactical level decision making for these guys. There isn't a whole lot of variance in the overall strategy at this point when you're locked into these units. The choices that have been made, you know, 1,000,000 games have been played, but I don't know that any of them have ended just quite like this. Maybe similar, maybe close, but not quite like this. Riptides all grouped up together. The Assault Destroyer, the big muscle of this match. Riptide's going to be getting some free damage out. There's going to be the Black Hole Armor being activated. They're trying to use the repair to their benefit for as long as possible because, of course, this Assault Destroyer is going to be giving a lot of power to these Riptides. Down to almost half health is this Mecha Bay. The Tengus can't find an angle. They're trying desperately to keep the Assault Destroyer on one side or the other, but the Riptides are just unable to be shot upon. They're unable to be fired upon as these Tengus are desperately trying to kill any of these Riptides, but it just isn't happening. The Mecha Bay will go down, and Happy will win this game with perfect use of that Assault Destroyer, with perfect use of those Riptides. He had to keep them exactly in the right spot, but that will do it. Happy is victorious, and Dimon will fall down in that game. What a bizarre point for that game to end on. Look at that. Back at like the 6-minute mark is where Dimon stopped producing, stopped having income. And from that point forward, he flatlined. Nearly able to win that game, but unable to get the kill on those last couple of Riptides. That will do it for this match. What a weird one in Red Alert 3 on Infinity Isle. That is not how these games normally play out. Thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and this is Sybert signing out.